my man, I got next. Hey, yo, right here. Yo, look at the next gate. Let's go, I got next. Yo, let me get next. I'm next. Let me get next gate. Hey, yo, let me get next. My man, I got next. I'm next.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry. More or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters.
How you doing?
What's up, man? About to put on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team's ready.
You better hope so. That's the only chance you got.
I'm going to remember that, freak. It's on.
We've got basketball action from New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Pelicans, here on 2K Sports. Right now, the Pelicans are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around.
This is a special.
Making a change here. Max checked in. Houston with a big group substitution here. Kaminsky is checked in for Capella. Vonleh comes in for Trevor Booker. Richardson, he's checked in for James Harden. And Freak subbed in for Norris Cole. So on the floor for Houston. Freak in at point guard. Vonleh is out there with Anderson. Then there's Richardson. And it's Kaminsky in at the center. Now here's Freak, guarded by Holiday.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Freak with it. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Boston. And it's off from three-point range. New Orleans in the lead. Pass to Mack. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. In third, the Pelicans.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you...
And he makes the first. Corey Brewer's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And Mack drops them both. Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got his first points of the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now here's Freak, covered by Mills. Freak kicks to Vonleh. Freak passes to Kaminsky. Right wing. Clock at 6. Freak knocks down the 3-ball.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Here's Mack. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Pelicans shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Daniel, covered by Brewer. Brewer grabs the board.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Move the ball.
He dishes it to Vonleh. From 11 feet away, Brewer, good. 40 seconds left to play in the first. And Mills kicks to Davis. Feeds it to Mack. Davis sets a screen. 5 on the clock. Mack dishes to Davis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
At the line for 2. And both free throws good for Davis. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, foul trouble early on, I thought, set the tone in that game, and it just made it difficult for them to get over the hump.
Yeah, it really got them out of sync, and that hurt them big time. Forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they would have liked to.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 3. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus. Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
They're just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
You've got Holiday. Anderson is out there with Hill. Then it's Matthews, and it's Daniel in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics put on a show. He picked up 18 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Capella. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Capella's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Here's the screen. It's Matthews on the wing, guarded by Harden. The shot is off. Rockets trail by 6. Matthews with the steal. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Lets it go from deep. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Pass to Matthews. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. That's good. 7 points for James Harden.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Matthews into the lane. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Matthews has got the lead up to 9 now for the Pelicans. The Rockets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. The 3-ball. They get the rebound. Here's Booker, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And so that's the end of the first half. Pelicans ahead, up by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, James, throughout the first half, you struggled with turnovers. Is keeping better control of the ball a major focus for the second half?
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially on forced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, we appreciate the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. The second half just about to get going here. He's checked in for Jordan Hill. And a change for the Rockets. Freak's checked in for Cole. And so in the game for the Rockets. Freak, he's in at the point. Anderson is out there with Trevor Booker. Then it's Harden, and it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 to shoot. Here's Freak. A three-pointer off the mark.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Evans outside. Back to Anderson. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Freak kicks to Booker. There's the feed to Freak. Harden right side. There's the dish to Booker. Puts up the baby hook, and the shot is good. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
Outside Matthews. There's the pick. Dishes to Davis. Puts up the baby hook. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets trail by 13. Harden kicks to Freak. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Freak's got 6.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
It's Evans on the wing. Davis sets a screen. Evans goes in, kicks to Davis. Shot is off, and Houston the other way now. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Freak passes to Anderson. He feeds it to Freak. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by New Orleans. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it, but one of them has got to win tonight.
And with a break here, let's look at the stats for Davis. Second in blocks, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And as you said, one of the best shot blockers in the league. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane.
The Rockets making a switch here. Kaminsky is checked in for Capella. Noah Vonleh comes in for Trevor Booker. Corey Brewer's checked in for Anderson. And it's Richardson in for James Harden. Off the inbound. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Freak. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Now here's Mills. Davis sets a screen. Shot off the screen. Mills can't hit. Rockets trail by 10. 1:24 left here in the third quarter. Freak had a hand on it. And here's Mills. There's the pass to Davis. To the wing on the left. Passes to Mills. 5 to shoot. Anderson outside. Here's Mack. And it's Freak with the rebound. Free from downtown since halftime. From deep. That's good. Freak's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Houston. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Pass to Daniel. Good. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Freak dishes to Vonleh. No luck. And New Orleans will come the other way. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Pelicans have made the most out of their offense. And he commits the intentional foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Checking in for your Pelicans.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Matthews. And it's Hill, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
From deep, Harden nails the triple.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws. No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Kicks it to Booker. Feeds to Freak. For the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finishes.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
They had a very rough stretch of game.